So guys, check this out here. It's really nice just to see how clear the water can be. As you guys can see, you can walk down, there's a pathway on each side, and you can actually see a view out to the beach. Public beach access. Let's go. You can't tell from right there, it's a bit on the rainy side today. It's a bit wet. Today actually is one of the rainiest days of the year so far. As of filming this, it is the first week of June and rainy season is definitely quickly approaching. But today I have some time after work. Just got out of work. It's the early afternoon. We're headed down to the beach. Oh wow. See, this is why I wanted to come to the beach, to show you guys the weather and to show you the extreme low tide today. Wow, you guys can see there are a lot of dark clouds out there. Seems to be some sort of like depression out in the area, rainstorms and stuff. But you know what, I've always wanted to see what this is over here, so I'm gonna walk over here as it's a very low tide and you can kind of go around it and see what it is. But the point of this video is also to tell you about two new places that I actually explored here on Guam, which was yesterday on my day off. So today I want to tell you about a new cafe here on the island that's kind of interesting. And then a place that you can go to see like some cool water, I guess, a channel. But first, as we're down here, let's check out what this is here. We got some old remnants of stairs, it looks like, and some sort of seawall, I guess. Oh no, you can tell this was like a runoff, probably for something over here. I don't know, maybe it was a seawall actually. I have no idea, but you guys can tell, like, look how low the tide is right now. Extremely low. I mean, all of this here is probably a foot of water maximum. Other than over there, there's some pockets of deep water for swimming, but majority of it is so shallow. I mean, you can see all the coral and rocks out there. It's a really, really low tide. I wish you could smell it too, because you can really smell the sea right now, the seaweed, the algae, the fish and things like that, the creatures. But look at this, some abandoned stairways. I don't know if I can go up there. Let's take a look. Whoa, without falling. Who knows what's over here? Maybe there's like property? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, it's just some old stairs. Maybe there was like houses or something up here or something. Maybe it was an old pathway to get to one of these hotels. I'm not really sure. Really overgrown, so I'm not gonna go up it. But nice, you have like a little pathway that you can kind of walk and you can go around the beach here, because normally you can't as the tide is higher. But I'm kind of guessing people probably chill right here at night and drink and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe. But my other question is like, what is this? Maybe this was like an old thing that they made during the war as a lookout point, a place to defend from. That's kind of what it looks like. Maybe they had a gun in there at one point. Could be totally wrong. But check this out, guys. There's like a little hermit crab. Hey, little buddy. Alright, well, since there's not really much to see here, I think I'm going to walk down the beach a little bit and tell you about these two places that I'm talking about. So the first one is a cafe. It's a new cafe, and I'm always trying to go to different cafes here on the island, as I have said and shown in prior videos. But there's this new cafe that opened up in the southern part of the island. Not even really that southern, maybe more central to south. and it's called Asiga. I think that's how you pronounce it, but a very, very vibrant, cool looking cafe right across from the water, right across from the bay. I think it's Agana Bay, if I'm not mistaken. So I found this cafe actually one day driving south down the main road there, and I was with my girlfriend and we noticed like, oh, is that like a coffee shop or something? It was like advertising, I think, avocado, which is like ice cream and coffee. And so we went in there and we checked it out, and they have a bunch of pastries and stuff, muffins and cakes and things like that. Really fresh and really well made, I would say. I didn't try any, but they looked pretty delicious. I think the pricing was like $4 to $8 for like a muffin or a cake or something, like cake slice and things like that. But then they had all sorts of coffees, cold brew, you know, Vietnamese coffee, things like that. And then they just had like a little lounge area to hang out. There was a place you can work, high top table with a view to the ocean. There was also like some sofas and some books and stuff where children can read or other people can read and just hang out. So it looks like a very, very cool cafe called Asiga, as I said. Had this like pink vibrant sign, a lot of artwork in there, and the people were pretty friendly. Now as I walk along the beach, I'm gonna continue to talk, but not just show you my face, show you the scenery here too, with some clips as well. But for 2 coffees, it ended up being about $14, which actually was for a cold brew and a Vietnamese coffee. But now the interesting thing is my cold brew actually was with sweet cream cold foam, or no, not sweet cream, sweet vanilla or something like that, because I saw this lady making one for somebody else there, and I was like, oh, whatever that is, I want that, please. And then she made it for me, and when she made it, it was totally different. It wasn't even dark black like cold brew is supposed to be. It was like a lighter brown color. So I feel like she used maybe house coffee or something, I'm not really sure, but it didn't taste like cold brew. It had a very strong ground coffee taste, as if you just made like a house coffee and then made it cold, because when I was watching the pitcher for cold brew was actually empty. So I don't know, maybe it was cold brew and just tasted different and I'm not used to that taste, but it was a pretty cool cafe nonetheless. If you're looking for a cafe here on Guam, something different, definitely recommend checking it out. Like all the other cafes here, it's not cheap, it's not too expensive, but you know, it's pretty average for how cafes are here and how they cost. And you can even just get a coffee and then go over to the beach and walk. But look at, right now I'm walking down the beach. It's about 1:30, Tabu Grill, you have the hotels. It's very quiet because of the weather. As you can see, there are not many people out here today. There's definitely a lot of tourists on the island, but it's quiet because of the weather. See more, you guys can tell how low it is. Like there's people out there walking and they're about waist high, and they're a decent ways out there. So it's very, very shallow. And this part of, you know, the ocean here is actually generally shallow all the time, but really, really shallow now, because where I am walking is actually typically where the water will come up to near a high tide. So I mean, if you look here, this is about, I'd say 25 feet of, you know, beach area. But again, as you guys can tell, the clouds are looking very, very dark around, which is more than likely going to rain again soon. So I don't want to walk on the beach too far. So because of that, I'm actually going to walk along the hotels here and then go back up to the street area. But while I do that, I want to tell you about the other place that I went to yesterday that you guys should visit. It is called Valle de Esmeralda, I guess is how you would pronounce it. It sounds Spanish, maybe it's Chamorro, I don't know, but it sounds Spanish, maybe from when the Spanish were here, which means, I guess, Esmeralda Valley or Emerald Valley or something like that. And I think it gets its name because of the color of this place. But honestly, guys, I have no idea what Esmeralda means. Could be a name of somebody, you know. But this place is down south, pretty far down south near the Piti power plant. It's actually right across the way from it. And there is a channel where it's coming from the sea and then entering towards the power plant. And the water is so like aqua colored. Let me just show you here. Here's the power plant, Piti down in the south of Guam, and then next to it you have this very translucent, very aqua colored channel, and as you can see, it runs along to the power plant up here. So not sure how clean this water is, but it looks very nice. A lot of people come here for photos. As you can see, there are a lot of people, a lot of tourists that come over here to take some photos. You can also tell because there's the yellow and orange Mustangs. You have a van right here, but it is a little tourist spot on the island. But it's really nice just to see how clear the water can be. And it's interesting because obviously these banks are man-made. Looks like some of them are caving in, probably from high tides, the typhoon last year. But there are some fish in there. Let's see if we can get closer. Some coral, little bommies or something. Alright guys, I made it away from the beach and I'm headed back up here. I'm at the DFS, this is where I parked, and I'm gonna escape the area and hopefully dodge some of this rain that might be coming. Who knows, maybe it won't come. Yeah, as I was saying, that place I went to called Valle de Esmeralda down there in the south, really interesting place. There's so much like little marine life in the water. Lots of sea urchins. First time I've actually seen sea urchins in person, in real life, especially here in Guam too. And then not only that, but just the clarity of the water, as I was saying, looked so nice. So that almost made you want to jump in, but don't know if that's a good place to swim. It's near the power plant. Could be some pollution. I mean, you know, they say there's pollution in a lot of the beaches around here actually, but there's pollution in pretty much all the beaches, or at all the beaches around the world. So here kind of is no different, I guess. But that place is super cool if you're looking for somewhere to explore, especially just to spend like maybe 20 minutes or something. Very quick visit. Definitely check out Valle de Esmeralda. You just need a car to get to. It's way down there in the south. Well, I'm leaving the beach area now, actually the parking lot where I just parked at. And one thing I wanted to mention is when I was leaving the beach area, there was this guy there. I don't know what his position was, but his name is Johnny. So Johnny, if you're watching, shout out to you. Thanks for watching my videos. He said he watched some of the videos, and especially the one of me hiking at, what's it called, the SN? I always say it wrong, but SN Beach or something like that. It's always nice to meet people who have seen my videos, meet them in person, and always to thank the people, you know, for supporting my content, even if it's not the most watchable or the best stuff, you know, out there. But I'm always grateful for those that actually do watch my content. But yeah, so shout out to you. Thanks for watching. And I'm not sure what your position was. I should ask you. I thought you were a security guard, but maybe you work at the hotel or something. But anyways, yeah, thanks. Oh man, and look at this, guys. The stoplight here is out. For some reason, it's always out. I don't know why, but there's a guy directing traffic. Many times when I come to this intersection down here on the beach area, for some reason that stoplight is always out. I don't know why.